What's up, you guys? It's Ben and welcome to the channel. So if you have asked recently to create a video as to how exactly do you make an invoice that Amazon will accept. So what I thought would be a good idea for me to actually talk about it, what exactly it is for, what Amazon are looking for, and then how to do it, how to make sure we're creating an invoice that we can send to Amazon and Amazon will accept, and then we will move on. So first things first, what exactly is this used for? Well, in my experience, it can be used for three things. Number one, it can be used for customers who are asking for an invoice. You will get them messaging you on Amazon Messenger. Can you please give me an invoice for this one purchase or two purchases? 9 times out of 10, that will come from business customers. Now, you can ignore those because they can get those invoices from Amazon themselves if they just call up. But if they don't, and you can want to make their life easy, you can easily make up that invoice and send it to them. Second, you will use an invoice when it comes to getting approval for selling in a particular niche. Amazon basically wants to make sure that the products that you are selling are authentic, they have come from an authentic source, and it's not a cash in hand job. It's not something that you bought off eBay or from your friend or whatever, and now you want to try and sell on Amazon. They want to make sure that there has been a business-to-business transaction. And also, most importantly, and this is one of the main reasons why people will probably be looking at this video, is you might get suspended for selling various products on Amazon, especially products that have come from a retail store that are branded from various branded products that you bought off retail, that you bought potentially off eBay, and now you want to make a profit by selling it on Amazon. Well, guess what? Amazon do not actually accept store receipts. Amazon do not accept even eBay invoices or anything like that. So what do you do to make sure that they do accept your invoices, so then you can get at least obviously your account unsuspended and continue selling on Amazon? So let's get straight to it. First things first, what you need to do is go onto Google and just type in invoice generator. Okay, or invoice gen. Then go down here and you will see free invoice generator by Invoiced. Okay, there you go. Perfect. So this is where we want to be. And this is crucial, guys, that you really follow to the T, to be honest. So make sure to pause this video, stop it, play it back if you need to make sure that you get all the information correctly. Let's start from the currency. So we need to change this first of all to the currency of our country, whether that's UK or anywhere else in Europe or America. If America, obviously you leave it as USD. So we'll change that, and we'll change that to GBP. Now the invoice here, it says 8, but we're not going to do an invoice sounds 8. What we're going to do is an invoice that sounds a little bit more realistic. So we're going to do something like this, okay? Just a more realistic number that clearly this company has invoiced that many times, not just an 8th invoice. Now, the first one is here. Now, there's two things. If you are getting an invoice to get your account unsuspended or to get approval, then you need to be a receiver. If you are sending an invoice to a customer, then you will be the person that is the invoice coming from. But in this case, and majority cases, it will be for account suspension issues that we're talking about. So we're going to do us being the receiver effectively. So who is this invoice coming from? Now, this is very, very important, guys. This invoice has to come from a British or a company that is in your country from, okay? So we're in UK right now, and how do I find a company that's in UK that I can use for my invoice? And what I'll do is I'll quickly literally go to a company's house, and I just typed in toys, okay? Let's say I'm trying to get approval for toys. And I can see here, the very first company I saw here is Toys to Swap. Okay, and what I'll do is I will actually use them for my invoice. Now, you might be thinking, is Amazon going to check? Are they going to call up? And from my experience after selling for 2.5 years, nobody ever checks up. It's simply, for them, it's an Amazon tick box exercises. They are being run by robots, and all they want to see is a legitimate company from the UK. So what I would do is I would just copy and paste their name right here, and then of course I would have to copy and paste their address as well. So right here, Okay, so just in case, if one of the Amazon members of staff type in Toys to Swap Limited, they will see that that company is registered on the company's house and it's all legitimate effectively. Next thing is the date. Now the date has to be within the last 180 days, okay? But in my personal experience, what works best is about 2 months before. So let's just say September the 7th. Upon receipt is the payment terms that we want to use. Okay, and then the due date is also, we're going to do the same as the date of September, so the same date. So the invoice was issued on the 7th of September and you need to pay on the 7th of September. These things don't matter as much as the address that it's coming from. And here, bill to, that is your company, okay? So what we're going to do is my company name, and then my company full address. Okay, these two things are really important, guys. Where the company is at the moment, what you need to make sure here is that all the information matches up to company's house, and what you need to make sure here is that this information matches up to what you have given Amazon. The address, the name, everything has to match up correctly, because that's exactly what they'll be looking for. If it doesn't match up, they will just reject it, and they may not even give you a reason for why they rejected it. Okay, next up, what do we have to do here? Well, here what we need to do is we need to type in the title of your product, okay? So whatever title you have for that particular product, you just need to type it in here. So title of the product. Okay, and to make it even more authentic, what you can do is in brackets, you can put in the UPC code. Okay, so to make sure Amazon knows that this is the product that I bought, and here is not only the title, but also the UPC code, so it can match up to what you guys have on the system. And that is also very important. Next up, quantity. Now, to make it a little bit more realistic, this does not need to, it doesn't matter too much, but you don't want to go for an outrageous number. What you want to do is something realistic. So let's say if you told Amazon you have 50, you'll say you bought 50 and then go from there. Now, also the price, I'd say put down whatever, really, because what we'll do then later is we will print it off and we will scrape that price off completely. Tax here, if you are tax registered, then you will call this as VAT. But if you're not tax registered, then leave it out completely, but we'll say VAT is 20%, and therefore we have paid £180 in total, which means that the balance due at the moment is £0. And that's pretty much it. This is what a legitimate invoice to Amazon looks like, okay? But are we done? Just not yet. Last thing here is notes. Just to make it a little bit more realistic, we're going to say thank you for your custom, okay? And that's it here. Now, next up, what we're going to do now is press download, and it will download to us as an invoice 65932. However, before you're sending this to Amazon, what in my experience works quite well as well, just for the authenticity purposes, is renaming the invoice to whatever your company is, or basically whatever their company is. So basically say Toys to Swap Invoice, or your company's name Invoice, to make sure that Amazons know that that particular invoice has something to do with you, whether you received the products or you're sending out the products. That is what you want to make sure happens. And that's it pretty much, to be honest. What you do next is you send that invoice to the seller support team, and usually within a day or two they will respond to you with hopefully a positive message. If they don't respond with a positive message, then please do comment down below to see how you get on, or you could email me at admin@fbamentor.co.uk. I'll try and help you out as much as possible, because I do know a lot of you students are currently experiencing this issue. I have gone through it myself quite a few times and I've passed every single time, but if you don't, then I'm here to help. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you did enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.